That's no big deal. All right, and we are back on YouTube as well. Cool. Cleaver and Oh, you... I have to keep my eye on you, don't I? Yes, some cleavage with my cleaver. I like that. Alright, so I died after the disconnect. It's not that bad. The fight's not that bad, and I think we've got it after a few tries. It just gets kind of tricky when, go figure, he spawns like 5 of himself and decides to be really annoying that way. I also need to remember to upgrade my Estus flasks when we go back to the... I need to remember to upgrade my Estus flasks right now. God, I cracked myself up. Yeah, so when I'm paying attention, he's not too bad. It's Cirrus.
I am Cirrus.
Yeah. Something. I'm not really gonna worry about your side quest for this playthrough, to be honest. Hers is really convoluted, I don't... Oh, right. Andre.
Just wasn't he?
Excuse me.
Pretty.
Six Estus flasks. Alright. That should help a fuck ton with our survivability. What was my stamina at? I was spamming my B button. Fucking bullshit game. Garbage game. Trash game. Those are so annoying to dodge, damn it. Alright, it's time. What soul? I thought. Dude, holy shit, man. That actually scared the shit out of me. I wasn't, I know that that's how those function, I just wasn't paying enough attention to the real one, I guess. Fuck. What is this? Alright, shuffle fuck. One more time. Combo. Been slouching too much tonight. At least that doesn't fucking kill me. Yeah, 6 Estus last really fucking put that out of the way. They gave me 8,000. Yeah, that's nothing.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then taken.
Let these
Farewell, Ashen One.
No, it wouldn't change anything. Let's just
Very well,
dump
then
it in the
taken.
string.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Thanks. Is that enough for... Hey, we can one-hand it now. Oh, we might have been able to get 5 hits that way. That's also really nice. Not against Dancer. Not in the slightest, but it's nice. Alright, well that killed like 11 minutes. Back to the grind, I guess. The Zweihander, my beloved. That's a really weak phase 1 anyway. I fucking you can't cancel that animation either. Which sucks. That finger. Yeah, that's a long animation. That sucks. Oh well. How long does this last? 3 seconds. Try to stay aggressive, you know, not play too passively, but if you get greedy. Also, I think when you're embered, you have more defense, because I feel like even I don't feel like the HP drop should have put me in one-shot territory for that move, based on how much it's been doing. At least from what I can tell, I'm just eyeballing it. I don't actually have like a way to actually gauge it in terms of like a number value. So, but feels like I might put that on the test. Really? She went for the cheap shot twice? What level was that play? 26. Oh, okay. So if even this is still not working, I think I'm gonna take Yol's free 5 levels first, before I go in and try to fight another one, because yeah, the next thing that would be on our list is probably just Barren Woods, and I don't want to do the swamp right now. Wasn't quite in the sweet spot, I guess. Sometimes they're just gonna fucking smack you and there's nothing you Maybe she just has me in one-shot territory. Not always, not what I'm trying to say. I mean, maybe the defense isn't actually a thing or doesn't matter. I'm Don't mind me. Never attack her after her front slam. I was getting impatient. When she attacks with her front slam, she is like 90% of the 90% of the time going to follow it up with something. And if you swipe with, I think just about anything, I guess maybe something as fast as the mail breaker could get an attack in, but if I swipe anyway, it's guaranteed that I'll get hit. I don't know if it classifies as tech or if it's just, I don't know, a little nuance with these games, but I like using the enemies to like roll, to like propel me in a certain direction when I roll. I don't know if anyone else does that, but sometimes I'll angle myself in a certain way that I know I'll like slide off the enemy, if that makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't really pay off. That downward slash, the only time she will never follow up with it, or follow it up with something, is when she does like 6 swipes. You might see me count, when she does like her little flurry. After 6 swipes, she'll do a slam down, and she'll never follow that one up, but she'll, like, most of the time follow up all of the other, front-facing downward slashes. I don't know what to call them. That hit me too. shit game. Also, never get grabbed by that. Die. That level off. That was easy. Forgot about that one. She doesn't do that one that often, I don't think. I'm fairly certain for that one, if you can fucking see it, because it's so fast. You just want to dodge to the left. I guess it depends on which way. Fuck off. I was thinking here, you know. Happened to my joystick? Stream's not. I guess that stopped too. It's fine. I'm still recording. So I could still like make a little video out of this. All right, stream up on joystick is back. Cool. I love technical issues. It is the most fun anyone could have streaming. Oh well, say Livy. All right, keep at it. I said excuse me. Caught me being greedy. Hey Frank, it's been a while. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. How have you been? Also, excuse my enthusiasm. I've been smoking a little bit of the ganja, if you will. was gone for longer than I thought. I spent a lot longer editing down my Baldur's Gate videos than I thought it'd take. Which, speaking of which, the next Baldur's a shameless plug here to my YouTube channel. If you're not watching on YouTube, my next Baldur's Gate video is coming out Friday. So if you like Baldur's Gate, well, that's coming out, and I will be returning to streaming Baldur's Gate, so that's always very exciting for me. Yeah, she had me then. I saw her pull back, and Ryu Mao, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Night Shift. Yeah, joystick decided to take a shit for some reason. Yeah, happens, I guess. Is what it is. Can you just not? The last one was so good too. I worked really hard on that. I'm mostly saying this out loud for myself as well, but I guess this could be a little educational. I don't know. This game's so fucking old. More to the point, when she does the backslam, I need to be careful not to queue up a dodge, because if you queue up a dodge, you're gonna dodge before the next swipe. I fucking hate shit like that, man. These games suck. Shit game. Alright, don't fucking touch me this time, please. Thank you. I'm so polite, thanking him for not molesting me. Okay, I see. Okay. Sure, whatever, girly. It's fine. That ass is mine. Did it feel like that? I was doing okay, yeah, for sure. I was like feeling it there in the moment, but some of her attacks just the way the game is. Also, this kind of gives you a feel for what a one shot. Yeah, I guess a one-hit KO Calamity run playthrough is like. Which again, shameless plug. I've got a video for it on my YouTube channel. You should check out. Way edited down, probably. Okay, I think my brain wants to take those free not upgrades, free level ups, so we're gonna do that. Also, I really didn't find any Titanite chunks. There aren't any, like, guaranteed ones. Maybe if I could... Cause I'll need 10 more to get to +3. Hi, y'all. Oh, yeah, and then if we take these level ups, we're gonna be ugly. Hooray. Sorry, bud.
Bye. Then shut it. Be safe.
Yeah. Be safe, he says, immediately goes and commits seppuku. Alright, this is gonna take a second. I'm also all out of my beverage. The dancer's gonna be like, why is this bitch getting older and uglier each time she comes back? Ow. But yeah, hey, with age comes wisdom.
I would
Oh, what?
be safe.
Do I need a reload? Garbage game. Shit game. I have base vitality. Fuck. Now will you draw out my true strength?
I would then shut it. Be safe.
Oh yeah, fuck. It's not just vigor. Oh fuck, I forgot vitality was... Why does this game have 2 HP stats? Fuck. I didn't even check the vitality stat for all the classes. I checked the vigor class. Oh well. Too late now. And I'm like genuinely having that, I guess, reaction? Or realization, like, just now, because why would a game have 2 HP stats? Shit game. That's why I didn't want to take these freebies. That's what, 3? 3.
Oh,
Can I just reload? in loading screens. Alright, so we have 3 so far. Three more deaths outside of... Fuck. I didn't want to do this. But now I'm locked in.
Be safe.
Okay, I thought I had to die 5 times. Do I actually have to die 10? What is the threshold? Okay, well. This might be one of those times when I'm a little lenient with myself, because I still have to function to fight the dancer.
Then shut that.
Oh, I think I know what's happening. Hold on.
Be safe, champ.
Okay, so we've done... I was gonna toke 5 times. I'm just gonna stop overthinking it and toke 5 times. Let's reload and then kill. Because I think that's what's happening. That's what's fucking me up. Oh, that's funny.
Be safe.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm taking the freebies. I'm taking the toke. Whatever. This should be just enough to push me to... This should be just enough to push us to like a good amount of damage that it won't take me an hour to get to phase 2. Yeah, I mean, it does get monotonous. And then, God forbid she smacks me with the quick swipe and I die on the first like 3 seconds.
Then shut it. Be safe.
Actually, I think we just need to die twice. What a wonderful game mechanic. Hey, there's this secret, super amazing ending that, like, you can only get if you talk to this one NPC that's, like, off to the side and really obscure and kind of easy to miss. You know, I guess unless you're listening for him. and then you have to die a bunch while asking him to level you up in between each death,
then shut
because in order for him to draw out your 2 strength, you have to have like
Be
some
safe.
special like item in your status screen. What are they called? No, not status screen. There's an actual item for it. I'm wasting our time, I know, but this is funny to me. Yeah, because you have to have enough dark sigils, and every time he levels you up, you get a dark sigil, which makes you more hollow, but, you know, it benefits you 5 levels. And then he's gonna die, and then you have to talk to this other NPC who's gonna ask you to go do all of this other shit and, like, murder your husband wife, and... Here we are. Yeah, then you have to murder your husband wife, and then you're like... Wait, is that all you have to do? After you do the whole thing with Henri. Because Horace kind of fucks off. Yeah, what a weird fucking plotline. Anyway, obscure endings aside. I don't know if we're gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do any of that. I'm not worried about that right now. What I am worried about is kicking Dancer's ass, and a little more strength should do it, so. Well, here's hoping anyway. Game lag there too. It's funny. They'll still hit me sometimes. But hey. Also, yes, I'm holding off on those tokes for the freebies, because, well, I want to make sure I'm a little functional for these next couple of attempts. And, yeah. But yeah, I'll get some. she did way more that time for some fucking reason. That was either my counting was off or that was just that's some bullshit. A lot of my muscle memory is coming back too, so for what that's worth. I guess as an educational note, it's a little late now, but in phase 2, if you're ever that far away from her, it's really hard to get back into melee range, because, yeah, just do that. Love that mask. Shit, boss. Told him to be, like, fucking gatekeeper of such a cool outfit. Oh, good, I'm glad. I feel a bit better than about my little, quote-unquote educational random. doesn't irritate me in the slightest. But like, actually, I might be like a millisecond late, or the game doesn't want to register my B button. Which, not saying it happened in Dark Souls 2, and by that I mean Dark Souls as well, but c'est la vie, I guess. Okay. Yeah, the first one is too late, and then by that point, I'm already expecting to dodge it, so I don't queue up the next one. Because it happens so fucking fast. That or I'm just a little slow. Dark Souls is such a fantastic game. I mean, I do this to myself, I know, I just... you know. Agreed. My fault. Oh, I'm sorry. So am I. Oh gosh. Yeah, I guess that's another thing about prepare to die. If you're gonna die a lot, you're gonna hear your character screaming that whole fucking time. Like, yeesh. Or you could play better than me, I guess. But no comment. Actually, that move that she killed me with, yeah, I saw that fucking coming. Thanks. That move that she killed me with is actually also pretty difficult to see. I kind of assumed she's doing something else, and then, you dodged the wrong one. that weapon. I don't know why. The simplicity of a great sight is just so fun. Well, in Dark Souls 1, it's fun. Dark Souls 2 decided to fuck it up by adding a sweet spot mechanic. So I have to make sure I'm standing in just the right spot in like regards to in relation to the enemy to get the. I'm not gonna rant about awful game mechanics right now. It's time to lock in. Where I am and like in front of her. Yeah, go figure. Okay. Why am I not using a shield? I can one-hand this one. That would make this fight so stupid easy. Holy shit. It's no wonder I fucking... Oh man, hold on. Do I have anything that blocks? 84, Jesus, and this is what, 60? I need to use the... No. It's fine. We don't have a shield in our inventory. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't see one. But yeah, I'm remembering that shields exist, and that would probably make this fight very easy. If you had like like the Dragon Crest shield, this fight would be nothing. I don't remember where to get that though. If you had any kind of 100% physical reduction shield, that'd probably make, at least in my time, a bit more pleasant. That was the test, right? I was hoping I could at least save that. Alright, honest test. I just wanted to make sure that the fire was bad. Kite shield. Speaking of, actually, I really like the simplicity of the kite shield's design. Not to like glaze this game after shitting on it, but. That shield's really cute, just for some reason. Fabio, thank you for following. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. I thought it was clearer than that. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I'm gonna do one of those jokes that I promised you guys. I did one. So we got 5 sigils. I'm just gonna count 5 deaths because I'm not doing. What did I end up with? Like 10 deaths? Like no. I'll never beat Dancer. But I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I'll honor one of those. I love that the mouse is the camera in this game. Genius design. Big toke for you guys. Oh man. Also, I realized that the mouse is the camera controller in like most PC games. I just mean this game's. I don't think I'll ever understand why people play with keyboard mouse. Of course, here I am making it more difficult on myself. Keyboard, mouse, Dark Souls playthrough went, Chloe? Fucking never. Virtual Vivian, thank you for following. How are you doing tonight? Better than I, hopefully. You'll know when it's the run. Night shift. Night shift? Night. Oh. I understand. I just got your pun. Your name's pun. Your pun's name. Just like in front of her, especially after a heal. God, that's such a bad spot to be in. Really living up to her name. Oh, fuck you. God, see? I fucking can't with this game, and it's like, occasionally, it'll just decide that it wants fucking neg you. I'm already negging myself here, game. I'm fighting the dancer at level 30. Like the best boss. Alright, enough blazing her up. Time to kick her out. Today I learned she can follow up her stabbing move. Thank you for the adorable emote. That one. Yeah, that was a great attempt, Chloe. Also, a move I don't expect very often. Dancer used wake up slap. Sorry, you made me have Pokemon on the brain. What have you learned? Oh, that's... Where's my game lag? Isn't that CPU intensive? Shit. That lag spike shouldn't have fucked me up. It's not why I died, but it totally threw me off my groove. It's just the downward slash. It's so easy. Just punish it, but yeah. Good example of like why she can, or how she can just instantly follow it up with a devastating blow. I goofed. I don't know what that one was. Hey, those are in this game too? So, I mean, I guess since I'm here at the run back again, I'll talk about that. So the magic clutch ring. Let me just describe to you what it does really quickly. It increases the amount of damage that sorceries deal, but it lowers your physical defense. Okay, that was late. But it lowers your physical defense. So it acts as a... Come on. I'll get back to it in a second, maybe. Yeah. I keep wanting to punish the slam. I don't know why. But the magic clutch ring essentially acts as another calamity ring because you take more damage, and I think it's just physical damage. I don't quite remember, but it is the only way to actually, aside from having, I guess, base vitality and being completely hollow, which halves your health in that game, you can use those to further increase the amount of damage you take, and they're kind of the only like version of the Calamity ring, I think, that there is in Dark Souls 2. So I've been trying to get those, but that's a little less streamable in my opinion. I know way less about that game than I do about this game. Yeah, so it was waiting for me. Gain sentience somehow. I don't know. When did game developers start talking about like if this is even a thing at all? I feel like I've heard of it before, but like enemy AI learning the habits of the player, which I mean, that's AI in and of itself, but really, that hit me? I was mid-roll. Like, when did that start happening? Is that a thing? That and you're in front of her, you're probably, not at this level anyway, gonna have enough stamina to outroll it. I'm at 99 hollowing already. Yay. That, excuse me. That makes, like, that sounds like total sense, but also something that's pretty easily programmable. I mean, the game will just read your input. Oh, they're healing. Okay, go in and, like, try to punish it. That just, like, I'm not saying it's easy, like, it would be easy necessarily to program, but possible. I don't know shit about game development. Well, I don't know shit about game development. Moving on. The fact that, like, I loved in Dark Souls games that, like, they made you commit to your actions, but the fact that Dark Souls 3 queues them up, so if you get hit, your character will still do them. Flawless game design, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't infuriate me at all. Fuck you, oh my god. Okay, that would have been awesome. Actually, I didn't miss time, and I was way too far from her. At least I think I don't. At least I don't think I missed time to. Dark sword is her left-handed, right? Oh, the dark. Did she start off left-handed? I never noticed that. Small details you don't really think about. Okay, well, oh, anyway, she stabs after that one with her dark sword. That move I don't get to practice very often. It's very difficult to see through. I kind of just expect other things because there's just a lot of her moves that you really just need to respect, and well, we are going for the base vitality challenge. Oh wow, that actually got me. That's what happens if she grabs you. If you missed the dodge on the first hit, fuck you. I don't think it actually even hit me though. I got stunned by like the, I guess, shockwave of it? I don't know what you would call that. My bad. That's the problem with making a lot of your enemies have attacks that you have to anticipate rather than react to. Dodge roll is kind of fucking useless. I guess that's in where the skill lies. Or maybe my hand actually shot, yeah. Alright, anyway. Dodge left, right? You know what sucks about this game, and Dark Souls 2 for that matter? The sack isn't an item in either of these games. Shit game. One thing I can say that is a spectacular game development, like decision making, is deciding to make it so that enemies' attacks track. So I have to commit to my sights, but enemies, well, if I don't dodge at just the precise minute, their attacks will hit me anyway. Perfect. I thought I rolled, like, just right, but I guess I just rolled into him. C'est la vie. Just when you really break the game down to its core aspects, the whole thing about your placement in regards to the boss is really cool. Like when I dodge a boss's attack without using a roll, it's just so nice. The inclusion of a dodge roll and then having for it to be framed is what it is right now. I thought she was like in the health range to do her phase transition. Totally greeted. I guess is what you would call that. Silly me. Nothing else is gonna do more damage, right? Could I get great axe swings in there? Could I dual wield great axes though? Huh. Oh, but it doesn't have as much scaling, duh. So, what am I at? 191? Yeah, nothing is gonna beat that out. That'll come close, but it's not really any faster, I don't think. took me a second to realize what you meant by that, but thank you. You can see it on my Fansly page. Shameless plug. I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna grab a snack and just, you know, get me some brain food. Take a breather. I think I've got this tonight. It's just gonna take me a few more attempts. That's all. So I'll be right back. Alright. I think I owe you guys 2 more ribs. So we're gonna do 1 more of those right now. And then I'm gonna fucking kill this boss. Well, here's hoping anyway. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. Well, that's blasted. Not too bad of a run, I don't think. Not too bad though, not too bad. I actually feel like that's won't complain. Getting greedy. Always follows it up. Can't even fucking blink. good. I didn't want to win anyway. backhand or a sword swipe, I think. Both of those, I think, are right rolls. That last run, though. I'm actually fucking using sorcery. Not gonna lie, I didn't think I'd be using sorcery in this fight, but they may just come in handy. Really did me the penetration there, Dancer, of Boreal Valley. Really did. I'm surprised I didn't think of it until just now to re-equip the dragon ring. Yeah, me too. Your beloved. Oh, sweetie pie. A better game than most. Oh yeah, she has. I'm surprised you just noticed the grab attack, but yeah, she has a grab attack that is a one-shot at base vitality. Night Rain does in fact exist, yes. It is a, not a game I've played yet, but does look neat. I have seen quite a bit about it. The Libra boss is probably my favorite so far. The big jellyfish is really pretty, but... Or slug? And it's cool to see old bosses come back, but I haven't been able to play it myself yet. Sorry, I had to get that one out. Really sloppy. I gotta take my chances. I'll never fucking get through this, but she can just get me with that. The Ultra Greatsword in Dark Souls 1 was just so elegant. And now it's just really stupid. Well, in Dark Souls 2 it's really stupid. I don't remember what it looks like in this game. I think it's the Dark Souls 2 model. Not a fan. See, the thing is I've seen the Dragon Slayer. Let's just say that Miyazaki is really glazing the girth of it. It's not really even, yeah, no, that's all I'll say about that. Dark Souls 1 is, model is just so elegant. But hey, I'm running around with the busted up meat flavor. Who am I to judge? I'd love to. Some other time. You know, when I'm not so locked in a video game. Oh man. Funny times these. Yeah, it's getting there. A lot of the phase 2 moves, I think I pretty much completely remembered, so that's good. It's just, they're really hard. That's it. It's just getting over that last hurdle. For fuck's sake. Don't you have lives? Oh wait, no, you don't. Because they're undead. Dancing around her. Fucking weird. I was thinking about how this is why you don't fucking fight her next to the wall. This whole time I'd been avoiding fighting her against the pillar, so I tried it last run and it was working pretty well. But against the wall is just a fucking nightmare. You cannot position her for shit. That's why I always kite her to the middle of the fucking arena. It's really weird. Not last run, but the run before that. I don't know. The last really good run I had. Phase 1 was fucking flawless. She barely attacked me. Shit. Really weird when you think about it, but she did, and she made it really easy. And then she goes and does that. Well, at about that range, wherever I was. But like, you know, the distance of about, I guess, her sword. You're just barely out of her melee range. It's really difficult to use one of her moves to run in. And if you try to just walk in, it's really difficult to see which move she's actually trying to use. So either way, it's basically impossible to dodge into her. It's not impossible. It's not a position you want to be in, is my main point. Goes on after. Calm down now. That one's fine. Double caked up on a Thursday. Yeah. When you put it that way. I fucking hit the roll button. Fuck. That was like, okay. That was like the first bit of annoyance I felt like actually all night. I fucking hate those enemies so much. Runbacks in the Souls games are one thing I could fucking do without. How you doing tonight? Better than I hope. I hope. Fuck, man, this boss is kicking my ass. should, definitely. Next one for sure. I appreciate the optimism. I'm definitely trying, but also still trying to, I guess optimize is not the right word, but the one I want to use. Optimize, like, my dodges and stuff, so... And there are still some of her moves that are just fucking knotted, so... It is what it is. How are you doing today? Thank you for following. Annoying Munchie. One of the funniest names out there. Okay, whatever. It's not the first time we've done that tonight. god, that's cheeky. Thank you. Yeah. What's the word? Impatient about it. Not too bad. I think if I end up at melee range, I'm just gonna try running around the arena a little bit. It's gonna look a little goofy for sure. Just so I'm not trying to dodge the first fucking attack he does, you know? Be a little smart about it. Like edging? No. Alright, here's your last puff that I promised earlier. I'm done for today. Oops. My hair stick fell out. Alright, hold on. Let me, before I get ahead of myself. Alright. Not too bad. My heart was definitely racing quite a bit there, but that's only because of the whole, like, if you get hit, you're fucking dead. Like, that's it. You're like, go back, like, do not pass go, do not collect $200, you know, like, you're out. Start from fresh, but, punch that cone? I don't think I, whoosh, I'm sorry. But yeah. That definitely does get the heart pumping for obvious reasons, you know, but this fight, and I think with these stats, like, I definitely overdid it because I wanted just that extra little chip damage so it wouldn't take, you know, a fucking year, but this is, I think, the second time I've done this. When I did my first playthrough, I don't know why, I really wanted to beat this boss at around this level, so I just fucking did. It's one of the greatest bosses, I think, ever in all of Souls. And without overglazing it too much, I just felt like playing Dark Souls 3 today and doing this. I've been playing Dark Souls 2 a bit, and that kind of got me in the mood. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna explore a little bit and just chill and vibe. I'm not ending the stream just yet. But either way, I would just like to thank you guys for watching, because that still feels fucking awesome. But killing the dancer at this level, it still feels just so good. And we get 66,000 souls. You know how many, you know how fucking insane that is? Early on, end game boss. And did that buck bite me? Fuck me. End game boss, and we did it at level 31. I'm gonna take that win. Anyway, thank you. The Aussie stoner lingo. Oh, I can see that. Punch it good. Alright, let's go. Oh, before I actually level up, I'm gonna check my the da. I don't know what that means, Frank. I'm sorry. Let me check these stats that I need for the what's it called? Black Knight Great Axe for before I spend any of my souls. Because I think I need 18 dex, but I could be wrong. No, that's Dark Souls 2. Excuse me. 18 dex. Okay, so we're gonna dump enough into 18 dex, and then we're gonna go back to Calamity. Actually, I think I'm gonna go, I'm gonna put a bunch into endurance, because I think the soft cap for strength, I'm just nerding out here, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm nerding out here. Alright, Red Eye, you have a great night. Thank you for joining. And thank you for following. Yeah, I think the soft cap for strength is...
Welcome, host. Very well, then taken.
27, if I recall correctly. So we're gonna dump into 6 points into dex, and then the rest into... Okay, and then 2. Alright, so it's not as many souls as I thought it was, but hey.
Farewell, me.
Still impressive.
Oh.
For Jolly Cooperation, I'm probably not going to use that, but
Ashen 1.
I'll take it just in case. After all, is it really a challenge if I get help? I need to find large dimension. That's why I'm getting hung up. Fuck off, Emma's chair. Oh, that was fun. I'm like... I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I love that boss so much. Oh, yeah. Easterner's ashes. Where the fuck did we get that? In Irithyll. We are nowhere near Irithyll. How else can I get them? One in the High Wall of Lothric, the dragon. Yeah, that's one. Farron Keep, okay, that's pretty close by. Cathedral at the Deep, that's kind of close by. Or that's like, you know, within range. Catacombs of Arctis is too far. Smoldering Lake, okay. There are 12 in Irithyll. Okay, they really want you to upgrade your weapons by the time you get to Irithyll. But we kind of skipped that. Oh, there's another one. Is it just one? It's just one. I maybe can manage? I mean, actually, that's not enough. It's been a long time since I fought a Lothric Knight. Okay. Yeah. You know, the ones outside were of any indication, I do not know how to fight you. Oh, really? Okay, cool. This is why I love the meat cleaver. It just goes right through shield. Oh man, this game sometimes. Fucking no backstab fishing for you. Shit. Okay. Cool. So I'm probably gonna farm these guys off stream because nobody fucking wants to see that. Let's look around a bit more. Do I want to go this way though? Sure. What's fancier? I don't know what headpiece I'm gonna wear in this game because again, the sack doesn't exist, so. Maybe I'll mod it in. But, But yeah, I'm just gonna try on different like hoods and coverings and nonsense like that, because the armor in this game is quite varied, and I don't remember a lot of it. I know a lot of past armors come back, but I don't know a lot of them. Okay. Way easier to back. Because you're way stronger. Or beefier, I guess, if you will. Doesn't go through that shield. Alright, cool. Just gotta wait for them to mess up, right? Fine, you have to attack at some point. Ooh, fuck, God. Okay. That probably would have killed me with the Calamity right now. Don't buff. So now I can't watch, well, now I have to watch where I step. Alright. I still need Titanite shards, but alright. Okay, that's probably the last thing I'll do. Wait, where? Let me look up where to find a certain item. Three Titanite shard. Dreamcatcher's ashes. Where do I find that again? Watchdogs of Pharaon. Okay. So, in Fahrenheit, and an illusory wall. Thank you, Night Shift. An advertisement played, ew. Sorry, that threw me off. Yeah, you get yourself some sleep. Rest well. Thank you for stopping by. Fuck off, YouTube. I fucking hate YouTube so much. It's just ad after ad. Okay, I know exactly where we're going next. Alright. So I'd love to, so the next thing that I need to do is locate the Dragon Priest emote, the one where you cross your legs, and then I need to use that to get to the Archdragon Peak, because the Archdragon Peak is where the Calamity Ring is. In order to get that emote, I need to beat the next boss in this area. So that is what's next. For those of you that know what lies beyond the dancer, but not up the, not up the tower, I'll be fighting that next time. Where's the bonfire? Thank you for the tokens. That was very sweet of you. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I'm gonna be fighting that boss next time. I'm trying to do like 5 things at once. Not that one, the other one, fuck. Yeah, so in order to get to the Archdragon Peak, we need the emote. In order to get the emote, we need to beat that boss. I don't know why, this game's like 1,000,000 years old. I don't know why I'm being so facetious or secretive. I don't know. But we need to beat Osiris. That's gonna be a fun boss. And before we do that, because that's gonna be an ordeal, I'm not giving that an honest attempt tonight, but hey, at some point. And before that, I need Titanite shards, so I need to... Oh, duh, I said wrong bonfire. I'm trying to do 5 things at once. Can't even do one thing at once. So, before I do that, I'm going to try to upgrade my weapon. And to get an unlimited amount of Titanite shards, I need an item that we get in Fair Keep, which we need to do anyway. So... a long-winded way of saying Fair that I do. That's my favorite set, by the way. Yeah, whatever, bud. Oh, they got me in between them? Really? He was so... His armor is so big that his hitbox stopped me from making that corner. I'm a literal stick, my good man. You see these bones? I could slip through a crack in the door. Or is that a spider? Whatever. That was silly. Alright, that was cool. Alright. Thank you guys. You know, if you just fell, you'd do me a huge service. Good one. Oh, there we go. Oh, hi! I didn't get the bonfire because I was gooning over a greatsword. Oh man. Crack myself up. I don't think those guys respawn, but... Shit in your coffin. Yeah, ooh. Oh. Big man. Okay. Huge boys on that. I don't like that. Oh, the fucking poise that this guy has. Is that a heal or a hot? Oh, you're gonna go for it again? I'm closer to had to let him waste his stamina. So. I'll save it. Broken straight sword didn't count. Alright, well, through the sludge we go. I didn't want to do this tonight. Okay. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. This is fine. It just covers me in sludge. Those things I do not want to mess with, like, in the slightest, so. Let's try not to, if possible. Hello to you too. I'll stay out of your way if you stay the fuck out of my way, okay? Okay. Pleasant. Nothing like a nice little walk or stroll through the into the forest. Oh, they do this. Curse in Dark Souls 2 doesn't kill you. Does Curse in Dark Souls 3 kill you, or is it like Dark Souls 2? I do not recall. And I'm really not interested in fighting Yellowfinger, so we're just gonna ignore that whole shtick. I'm just gonna say, I don't care that you broke your arm. Forgot about those enemies. Those are probably some of my least favorite enemies in all of Souls, like hands down. That very strange leap attack with very little, like, draw, I guess is what you would call that. Like wind up, you know? Like, there's no wind up to it. It's just so fucking awkward. I'm gonna try to approach it the other way. I guess the basilisks weren't that big of a deal, but just for the sake of, like, making a mental map for myself. There's that guy. And I think this is gonna be like, and I think this is actually the other one. Okay. I pissed him off for some reason. I initially thought this was, and then I mistook this for the tower that we wanted to climb or scale. Yeah, you better run. You want. Oh, fuck me! Not now, kid. Oh, we did this one already. Huh? What? Am I stupid? Oh, he's like far. So, side tangent. Have any of you guys watched Mad God? Not really a tangent. There's the ladder. But I'm just trying to like make it to Grandma's house. Fuck. Oh, there's a bonfire here. Wait, this is an absolute win. I approached it from the other direction. That didn't make me jump, that made you jump. Oh fuck. That's the fun part about these games, like returning to them. When I was younger, or when like they first came out, I always felt like I had to fight everything, you know? But it's so much funnier if you try to like get through the area and you avoid everything first. Anyway. Because then you get interactions like that. And those are my favorite kinds. There's a thing around here. A light that I want to turn on. Didn't think I was gonna come from this side, losers. Fuck. I think I'm dead. Great is good. Yeah. There's a dark wraith around here, I think, that I do not want to fucking mess with. This one. Or is this the one that I got first? No, I think this is the last one. Wait. Thanks. Didn't see it there. Alright, let's go back the other way. In fact, sure, I'll take this item. Okay. Yeah, that's all that got. Can I do like this though? Score. Not where I meant to go, but hey. That's fine. Alright, so now we have pretty much finished Fair and Keep, actually. That's all I really care about. We don't really have to bother with any of the items. So let's go get the only thing down there that I really need. Yeah, I guess we'll wrap this up. Actually, I think this is a good item, isn't it? Yes, that is a very good item. Nailed it. I suppose another thing that I will want to get is a few bone shards. Because despite being at base vitality, our Estus class isn't a full heal yet. Which I feel would probably benefit us greatly. So I'm going to try to find a few of those. I'll probably just look them up. Because, I mean, I don't really remember where a lot of them are, so yeah, I'll probably just look them up and do that off camera as well. And yeah, I'll probably farm some levels as well. But I'm doing Dark Souls 2 like on my own time. The same idea, the Calamity ring. I was telling you. Oh, I actually might have forgotten to talk about that. Maybe that's what I have forgotten. But in that game, there is no Calamity ring. The closest thing are the clutch rings. And so in that game, I'm trying to get the 3 clutch rings. And, you know, keeping base vitality and stuff. I do the same build for Dark Souls 1, where it's like I gouge strength and endurance, and then I don't level vitality. And that's my build. It's like the purest form of just like bonk, I guess. Heavy strength. So, and then with the Black Knight Great Axe, it's like sure, I'm gonna die to everything in one hit, but I'm gonna kill everything in one hit too. So that's what I'm trying to do here, and in Dark Souls 2 as well. And in Dark Souls 2, there's no Calamity ring, so best I have is those rings. So I'm mostly gonna be playing that offline. And I'll probably do this a little bit more on stream, but I will try to like practice, because the last thing I want is another Ornstein and Samo. If you, again, a shameless plug, but I call back to Dark Souls, the Dark Souls video on my YouTube channel. Ornstein and Samo took me about 6 hours, I think, because I had to relearn all their moves, and I was like being super greedy and stuff. So yeah, last thing I want is another one of that. But with all of that yapping out of the way, I'm gonna call it here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, all of you on Twitch and YouTube, and now Joystick as well. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for the tips as well, and all of the new follows. And I'll see you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm probably gonna be playing Baldur's Gate either tomorrow or pretty soon. Regardless, the first Act 2 Baldur's 3 Gate video is going to be live on my channel on Friday, if you're interested in this. So check them out. Anyway, follow me on all my socials, on Joystick, Twitch, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. Like and comment the VOD. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.